Hey guys, this is Tim Stout with my brokerage, your trusted real estate expert for Coweta and Fayette County. Today I have
Christy Stout with Stout Construction Group.
and we have Travis, the new investor. so we're at video 3. So we did the pre-video of the questions, anything Travis had going into it. That was post-offer, correct? Then we did the video of what was going on before the renovations. Now here we are. We're post-renovations. The house goes on the market Wednesday. Today's Monday. So we're really close. We have a cleanup crew in there getting everything done, some few final touches. But let's go have a look. Travis hasn't laid eyes on it since Christy did her work. What are we expecting to see when we get in there?
Fresh and clean, ready to sell, someone's dream home. It turned out to be iffy.
Well, she married a realtor, didn't she? She married a real estate salesperson. I want you to hear that. Go ahead.
Where do you think he learned his sales skills?
Exactly. Obviously, I've got good sales skills. I talked her into marrying me.
The property looks beautiful. Definitely someone's home to raise their family. We've got fresh paint, new carpet.
Appliances.
Oh, all new appliances. Kudos.
That's all Travis. That's all Travis.
Travis did all the legwork on the appliances, and everything looks great. So it's a beautiful property.
So let's go take a look at it, and then we're going to have Travis ask some of his questions that he's got up to this point, and see if we can help educate you guys.
It's a lot cleaner.
A lot cleaner. Smells great in here too.
Yeah, it smells a lot better than last time they left all that trash in here.
You understand why we went with the paint that we went with?
No, you tell me.
Agreeable gray. That's agreeable gray, correct?
This is agreeable gray. Yes.
Agreeable gray and white are probably your cleanest tones of anything you can get. So it's really important when you're selling a house, especially a flip property or an investment property. Everything has to look bright. So we use agreeable gray. We touch all the white, like you can see the mantle on the fireplace, the shoe molding, all the molding and trim is repainted in white, so it makes it look bright and also allows the stainless steel to pop pretty well.
We didn't paint the ceilings, right?
We did.
They look good.
Didn't look like it had been too long since they were actually painted.
Yeah, the ceilings look like they've been painted I'd say within the last 4 to 5 years, this house was painted. So with the ceilings not being touched, not being messed with.
It just wasn't
Necessity.
a color for the walls, even though they were freshly painted. Probably in the last 4 or 5 years, the paint was actually in good condition.
Yeah.
It wasn't a nice neutral color, because what you want is you want people to walk in and imagine themselves living here. So if you got one room that's red and one room that's aqua,
Bright blue. Yeah.
it's hard for someone to imagine their furniture in this way.
And you have to pick what you're doing in these houses too, because in a great vision you would like to come in and redo everything, but everything that we do, it raises the value. So as you can see on the steps, we were talking about in the beginning going with hardwood all the way up, hardwood there on the catwalk and the landing, but we decided to go with carpet. 1, the bedrooms are carpet, but 2, adding that $10,000 to $15,000 extra cost. It adds $10,000 to $15,000 extra dollars for the buyer too. So it's really important that when we're selling a product, we want it to be
Affordable.
Yeah, absolutely affordable.
I don't want to do the renovation so extensively that it prices the potential homeowner out of range of the cost of the house.
And if we were to do all the upgrades and set on the market for 90 days before it sells, that's 3 months of holding costs. So it's 90 days, that's 3 days of holding cost, 3 months of holding costs. So that's going to cost as well. So as you can see, some of the ways that we were able to save some money, we didn't redo the floors. The floors were in great condition. There's a little spot right here, but that's 100% irrelevant because it's not damage. It's just it's a discoloration. So with that, we didn't have to paint the ceilings. We decided not to go with the hardwoods. The cabinets were in phenomenal shape, so we didn't have to redo them. So a lot of these things we didn't have to redo, and it's going to allow us not to put as much in it, but also not have to charge as much. So
Great choice on the appliances.
I know they look good, don't they?
he's got experience with appliances.
My house is actually agreeable gray and white. My wife picked that, so.
Most new construction is anymore. Anything redone is this color. So let's go have a look. Okay, guys, so we just wrapped up the walkthrough of the post renovations. The only thing that we're lacking is cleaning. Cleaning is going to be took care of today. And so what questions do you have from our last video to this one? Last one was pre-renovations, to this one is post-renovations. Any questions that you have as a new to early investor from this point on?
So I'm more of a perfectionist. So why are there reasons that we did, say, paint but not floors, or certain light fixtures could be changed to look better, but I mean they look fine, but just in my eyes they could look better. Why? Okay.
Good question. Everything has a return on its investment. As if we're looking at floors, what's floors going to cost in this building?
About $10 a square foot.
So we're at 2,400 square feet, so we're looking at 24,000, is that right? Mm-hmm. So we're looking at $24,000. Putting that into this house, we're not going to get that back out. By painting the walls, which costed...
that was about $3,500, $4,000.
By that, we will get that money back and then some. And the floors are not in bad shape. Some people will prefer different floors, but for putting that amount of money in it and getting it back, it's not going to work, because every dollar put in, we got to raise our price $1, and we still want to be under what the normal is. If we're under the normal is, what that allows us to do is allow us more buyers will be looking at us. They can drive up the price. It's going to be more affordable. There's so many different positives from that. So that's a great question.
The renovations, they were faster than I thought they would be. It took, what, a week and a half?
We were less than a week.
5 days.
Sorry.
Less than a week, yeah.
Okay, that was quick.
And one thing that we do that a lot of people flipping properties don't is, by the time we get in the property, everything is already measured, everything is already decided on. Like, she's got a whole plan that the second we close on, or this time, the second the tenants moved out, because we give them 2 weeks occupancy. So after we closed, they stayed in an extra 2 weeks to make it convenient for them. The second they were done, our crew was in here and hitting it.
I always have a plan beforehand, exactly what we're going to do, and then I'll schedule a subcontractor meeting, and I have all the subs come at the same time, and as they walk in the door, I tell them what it is that I need them to look at and give me cost on, which they're really good at getting it back to me quick. Usually within 24 hours, I'll have the cost back, and then I set the schedule, and we'll start the next day.
The cost usually pretty accurate?
They're always, yeah. Unless something unforeseen, but in this house, I didn't expect any latent defects in this house at all. Everything was very visual and aesthetic, but yes, the costs are pretty much fixed.
And a lot of times when you come into one of these houses, you have whoever the owner is trying to do the contracting. They're trying to decide what's happening. With Christy being a professional, she knows that A and B can be done simultaneously, then C and D. She knows what order they're going to happen. So the second we're able to move, within 5 days, we have new appliances, thanks to you. We have new paint, we have new carpet. Everything is ready. So within
clean up outside,
pressure washing, trash out. So within literally 9 days of us taking possession, we're going to be on the market and listed for sale.
So we're listing this week, right?
Well, we listed Wednesday. Today is Monday, what is today?
Today is the 17th.
Monday the 17th will be listed Wednesday the 19th.
How fast do you think it'll sell?
Average time on market is about 14 days. Our closest comparable is right up the street, listed at 409. We're going to be listed at 389. And the difference is they have new hardwood floors. That's going to be a difference. We have a master on the main, which is a huge plus, especially for aging buyers, move down buyers. Because a lot of people, they start buying these big houses and they start moving down, and 2,400 square feet feels like a big house.
Or even families.
Well, it is families moving down, but what it does is allow the person down here, they can age in this home because it's downstairs, because they have a bathroom downstairs, they have a bedroom downstairs. So having the master on the main opens up to so many different more possibilities than if you don't have it.
How fast will we close when we go under contract?
Average contract is right at 30 days now. Yeah. Yeah. And that's once we get listed. So I would say it takes us less than 2 weeks to get in contract, 30 days. So within 45 days, we'll be closed. And that's if we don't have cash offers. Cash offers on an investment property, we can move. They can close us 3 to 5 days, really fast. Quick as they can get title back.
Would another investor look at this property at this price point?
Yes, because even at this price point, you could probably rent this house for $2,800, $2,800 a month. So that would definitely cover the cost of debt. And you go look at when you're holding a property for rent, every year you get a 3 to 5% pay increase. your rents go up. So a lot of investors, even if it doesn't make sense on day one, it's going to on year 1, year 2, year 3. So you continually get a raise. Someone else is paying down your debt, and you're increasing every year with your rents.
Okay. And then how fast do we get paid at closing?
Well, that's a great question.
That's what you really want to do with this.
Well, as an investor, that's what you want to know, and you get paid at closing. So, as you know, we did the math as far as our ownership agreement of what percentage of what. Once we get the closing, we've got all of our paperwork drawn out. We'll get the check. That check will be divided. This will cover all of our costs. This will get our money back. Like I get mine for the down payment, you get yours for the down payment, and you'll get yours for the appliances. I'll get mine for all the other stuff that I paid and the holding costs. Then everything else will be split percentage to our differences.
Okay. Do we pay taxes, I guess, at the end of the year just like normal?
Just like normal. That'll be earned income from a flip.
So it's whatever percent I pay in my tax bracket,
So if say you're at 20% on your tax bracket and you make $20,000, you'll be paying 20% on that $20,000. And there'll be a capital gains also because we held it less than 2 years. That'll be included. That'll be extra.
Do you give me that paperwork through the partnership, or how's that work?
You'll get it from the attorney.
Closing. Okay.
The attorney will give you all your tax stuff, everything you need.
I think that's all the questions I have on this one.
So I have a question for you.
Oh.
What did you think of the process?
I think this one spoiled me. I've seen the other properties y'all do. This one,
Yeah.
this was a spoiler.
If they could all be like this.
And this one we come in, we was able to get it a really good deal. We were able to negotiate really good price with the contractors, get everything done really fast. And so unless something happens between now and the closing table, it's going to be one of those deals. One of our first deals, our first flips on White Oak Way, that was one that it was a complete rehab, but nothing really wrong with it, except it needed everything, but nothing was wrong with it.
We had to end up removing a $4,000 tree. So $4,000 out of my budget had to remove a tree. We had to crane time. But then we realized that the fireplace insert had completely rotted out behind the wall. So that was an unexpected. But
the price we got it at.
Yes. So we got that house.
You made the deal.
Yeah. Which you have to, that's one reason, like a lot of people give investors a hard time coming in of like always want a low offer. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, we were out an extra $10,000 on a house that if that would have been our our profit, we would have lost.
Yeah.
So we were able to think far enough ahead. It being an older house, it's been neglected. Nobody had lived there for years.
Walked away from projects before, as you know. Because
the first property us and Travis was going to invest in, we walked away. And it ended up being a good investment for somebody. I mean, somebody bought it and they sold it for a profit. It looked like a profit. We don't really know what they did or if they did the right thing. And that's one thing that I have to do being a real estate professional, Christy being in the real estate business as well. We can't underdo our work to make it profitable, but not do the right by the public because of.
Especially as a licensed contractor in the state of Georgia.
The licensed realtor. We work with the public first. Yeah.
I just have a license.
Driver's license. Okay, so stay tuned. We'll be doing another video after it's all closed, and we'll talk about the financials. We talk about what Travis was able to make on his money as far as return on investment, his cash on cash return, and his whole thought of the process. Remember, when it comes to real estate, who you work with matters.
Stout Construction Group for all of your rehab needs or new construction.
And Travis for all your driving needs.